beautiful bike. I love this bike. I'm in love with it. Hey everyone. I thought today you might like to experience with me getting the big Road King out of the garage backwards. I've got my camera tied around my upper body. It might be a bit wobbly. Right, so first off we have to lift the bike up. So what? Whoops. Hang on, this might not work. I better do something about this. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. Right, what I've done is, what I had done, I'd stuck it on this thing around there like that, and it just flopped over. So I've put it back on the, I'll show you. I put it back on the camera holder thing. That's me, handsome fella. Might need a bit of a trim. Yeah, so I've put it back on this holder thing, and now I can show you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I normally do when I ride my bike and film. I put it down my jumper like that, and kind of, well, usually I have my jacket on, so it's kind of secured in my jacket a bit, but that's what I'm going to do now, like that, so that won't move about so much. Might move a bit, but you know, I'm not an expert filmmaker. Right, now where were we? Oh yes, you were going to experience this with me. Excuse me, I noticed in my last video I was coughing a lot as I was going along. I don't know I don't know where the coughs come from. I haven't smoked my pipe for ages, and whether it was just because I got an open face helmet making me cough as I was going along, or maybe I just got a cough. Hope it's nothing serious. Right, so let's see. So I've got, I'm not sure if I'm in gear. Right, I'm not in gear. So the first thing, I've got to start waddling the bike back. I mean, I could walk it back, but I feel more secure being on it. So this is the first, oh, let's get that down a bit like that. The first difficult bit is getting it moving backwards. I did get rid of some of the lumps and bumps. This is just getting over that plank bit by the door there. Now, I didn't really want to stop, but I did. Now I've got to wriggle it around here. Oh, come on, I've gone a bit wrong. I should have kept my line a bit closer to the edge of the garage door, to the edge of that pump thing there. But I've gone a bit astray because I was talking. Now, keep the wheel slightly turned, not too sharp, otherwise it just gets impossible. Come on, I'm struggling. It gets my legs, keeps my leg. Oh fuck, slipping on the gravelly bit now. Right, so I'll straighten up a bit. I'll come back a bit further, like that, and that'll do me. I'm out now. I've got to turn that way when I go off. I'm not going anywhere at the minute because I've got to do the tyres. Check the tyres, the pressures I mean, and obviously the tyres. I'll show you what I did. I'm knackered now. It's all worth it in the end. I got a new hose for the compressor. I don't know if you remember, but the last bit, it wouldn't, that bit, it kept slipping out of there. But I've sorted that now. And the other thing that I'm really rather pleased with, I'll show you this. I can't see it. See, this is now, this was rubber, it's now solid there. So on the, hopefully, I haven't tried it yet, but hopefully when I go to put it into the valve, it'll be an easier job to do, because I can just push it down like that on it. In fact, I'm going to try that now. Don't go away. So part of the rigmarole of doing your tyres is to take off the box. See if I can do this one-handed. Take off the panniers. Put them to one side. Just take off one pannier, obviously. And then you've got to find the... Oh look, it's a bit dirty. The cleaning lady hasn't been lately. You've got to find the valve, and here the valve is right in there, so I'm never going to be able to reach this. So I've got to try and get the valve there. That means I've got to get on the bike, or I've got to move the bike backwards about a foot, and then it should be in that position, and then I could maybe get to it. Or if, yeah, that would be the ideal, so I'll try that. Then we have to turn the compressor on. I've got the Road King in the position I required. And the valve is there. So now with my new invention of a stiff hose, I can hopefully get that on there, and it should work. Well, if I can get my other hand in. Now I've got to somehow put the camera in a position where you can see what I'm doing. Not easy, this film producing, you know. No, I can't hold the camera and do this, so I'll put it on, and then I'll show you if it's successful, or even if it's not. Well, it's on there, and it went on really, really easy. I was really pleased. Although I did have to use two hands because I had to click that lever up, but it's on there solidly. Now I've just got to be able to see what the pressure is. Well, it's just a little bit under actually, so it was worth doing for that £0.5. That's all it needed, just that little squeak. I'll give it a little bit extra for allowing for taking the thing off. Then, so I've got me proper pressure, just a little bit more. Then I get my hand in. Let's see if I can show you this. There. Get my hand in there. Just undo that. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. There, and it's off. Get the cap, dust cap back on. That was a success. I wish I could have shown you actually how easy it was compared to what it normally is. But you know when you've got a floppy one, you can't get it on. If it's nice and stiff, it just goes on so easily. Now stop that. There's no need for those dirty thoughts. I'm being serious here. And I just checked the front tyre. Where's that one? Oh God. That's under the bonnet. Anyway, I've got to do that, but anyway, I know that works. That'll be dead easy on the front. I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, in the course of showing you how it was done, I've taken it all apart, my stiff air hose, and I'm going to show you how I did it. First of all, you need a piece of copper pipe such as this, or any it doesn't have to be copper, but a piece of pipe. And then I took that piece of pipe and I cut it down until it was like this. Yeah, and you take that piece of pipe, take all the sharp bits off obviously, then see what I'm doing, put it there like that, on the underneath. The underneath is opposite to that bit, so you've got it underneath there. Then I hope you can still see what I'm doing. I think you'll be able to see this. You take your Gorilla tape, which is very good stuff, bit pricey but well worth it, gaffer tape, and all you do is you start winding it round. Well, actually no, do a bit at a time. I lied there. Do a bit at a time first. Get your knife and slice a bit off there like that. You're just doing that so you can hold this in place securely while you're preparing. Get another bit, another small bit. I mean, this has really helped. If you've got a Road King, you'll be blessing me now. What a fantastic idea. I'll tell you how I came across the idea. And then I'll put that bit there to hold that in place there. I was watching my mate Danny Hayes, $1 Million Bogan. We're like that. We are. Got my fingers crossed. Look at my old hands, wrinkly old hands. Yeah, I was watching $1 Million Bogan, and he was at Geelong Harley Davidson, and Colin, the owner of Geelong Harley Davidson, was pumping up some tyres on a Road King. Oh, it might not have been a Road King. He was pumping up some tyres, and I noticed that the thing he was using was stiff. It wasn't all bendy. I thought I'm going to get one of those. So I went online, tried to find one. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Tried to find one. Couldn't find a suitable one at all. I could find some that were the wrong angle. I couldn't find one like this, a straight one. So, using my enormous brain power and thinking outside the box, that's what they say these days, thinking outside the box, I came up with this idea. And I'm very pleased I did. That's basically all it is. Bit of copper pipe and some gaffer tape, or Gorilla tape is the best because it's very strong. I'm trying to do this and show you and keep making sure the camera's catching all this. I then got that like that. That's not as good as my original because I've done it a bit quick, but it's so quick to do really that you can now you see, nice and stiff. I'll show it bending it. It doesn't bend, so it makes it that much easier to get onto the to the valve. Well, I hope that's been useful to you to know. Right, anyway, I'm going to go for a little ride on my Road King. Usual, just not going anywhere, just a ride around. And see you in a minute. different helmet on, and every time I lower my head, it hits the camera. Got caught up in the school run, couldn't get moving. Most of the people on the school run live within about 10 minutes of the school. They all have to drive there in their 4x4s. Not that I'm whinging. No, that's life, isn't it? That's life. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is just shut up, because I've made a little video, a little audio recording, and I'm going to try and edit it onto this little film I'm making now. So it lasts about 5 minutes. It's about a dream I had. At least I think it was a dream, or I might have just made it all up in my head. But I'm going to shut up now and for about 5 minutes and put the audio on.
You know that time when you wake up in the morning and you're not exactly awake. You're half asleep, half awake sort of feeling. Probably drowsy, that's it's a nice feeling, I think. Kind of warm and snuggled, like you're cocooned in a nest, safe and secure, away from the worries of life. Post hasn't been yet, but there's nothing bad arrived in the post. You're in this dreamlike state. You hear the clink and smashing of bottles as the milkman's horse bolts, while the milkman himself is being treated to his morning cup of tea in Mrs. Brown's Mrs. Brown's back parlour. Mrs. Brown takes a long time to brew a cup of tea. The milkman was made redundant years ago. He's loyal though, he still visits her regularly. That's what I mean. See, the brain, it does strange things in the early hours when you're not quite awake. Well, it does to me. Like this morning, I thought I'd died. I did, honestly, I thought I'd died. It was an easy mistake to make, especially because I found myself knocking on the pearly gates of heaven, and I was asking St. Peter to let me in. "You're early," he said, slightly miffed, so I'd woken him up. He still had on his night shirt, so maybe I had. "Sorry," I answered. "No, I know it's early, but I was woken up by the milkman's horse, so I thought I might as well make my way here." He put on one of those peak caps that officious people are proudly wearing. He put on a yellow vest. Picked up his clipboard. He ran his finger down a list of names, and then he got really naughty. "It is normal practice," he said, "to wait until you are called. You are not on today's list. We can't have people turning up here without an appointment. It's against policy." "What about sudden death?" I said quickly. "Don't you get smart with me. There is no sudden death as you call it. All deaths here are planned and arranged according to God's will." "Then why am I here?" I asked, quite politely, although to be honest, his brusque attitude was beginning to grate slightly. "You are here," he said, "because you are an idiot. You are not dead, you are half asleep." As he was speaking, I managed to sneak a look through the gate. There was God, and Jesus was sat on his right hand side. In fact, there was a line of people, and they were all sat on each other's right hand side. The line stretched to infinity. everyone on the right hand side. You do realise, don't you, I said, as it suddenly occurred to me that I could get one over on him, that you are the only one not sitting on God's right hand. Well, for just a satisfying second or two, he actually got flustered. Then a really irritated smirk appeared on his face. Somebody has to mind the gates. Now, clear off. Just at that moment, Bonnie the ginger cat knocked another plate off the kitchen shelf. I woke up fully, bloody cat. Milkman's horse indeed.
Look at that beautiful bike. I love this bike. I'm in love with it. Right. Mia, pay attention. Do you know? Listen, Mia, do you know anything about the cat's food going missing? Bonnie's food has gone missing. You were here all the time, so if anyone came in that door, Mia, talking to you, you've been on watch. So, Mia, do you know anything about the cat's food being stolen? Do you know anything about it? Bonnie's food. Did you have it? Well, you better keep a better watch then, because you've let someone go in there and steal it, haven't you? Right, carry on with your bone.